Hello, friends. Welcome to the Subbu-Gikku Show on Gikku Diaries YouTube channel. We are going to talk something which is not a very pleasant topic, the sad demise of one of the master spin bowlers of yesteryear, Padmakar Shivalkar, is no more with us. He passed away on Monday after battling some illness. Padmakar Shivalkar. Like Subbu, welcome to the show, but not a very happy
Hi.
occasion to welcome you. But then we have to discuss this because he was one of the legends of spin bowling, legends of Indian cricket, especially domestic cricket. Padmakar Shivalkar
Absolutely.
is who we are talking about.
Unfortunately, we were not born into the time when he was playing, but his legend was such that it was kind of carried on from his playing times till now. I mean, even today, if people talk about the spinners who never played for India, I think his would be among the top. And you've had the good fortune of interacting with him. Maybe you can talk about it more.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, you just mentioned about those who were unfortunate not to have played for India. When we talk about left arm spin bowling, and these two names come foremost in mind. Padmakar Shivalkar, who played for, he made his debut late and he played on till he was 48 when he played his last Ranji Trophy game for Mumbai.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that. This
Yeah,
is
so
this is news to me.
that is Padmakar Shivalkar. He started as late as when he was 20 years, and he went on to play for 28 years. So that is Padmakar
Whoa.
Shivalkar, and not only in the domestic Ranji Trophy and all the BCCI tournaments, he took almost 600 wickets. And Rajinder Goyal still has the record for the most wickets in Ranji Trophy history. So Rajinder Goyal for Haryana, Padmakar Shivalkar for Mumbai, which was Bombay then.
Mumbai.
They will
Okay.
always be spoken as two of the unlucky ones not to have played for India despite the talent that they possess.
Jiku, this is a doubt from my side. Is it because of the quartets who dominated the Indian spin attack internationally at that time? Is that the reason why these two legends could not play? What is your opinion, or what did you understand from the conversations that you had with him?
Yes, you have correctly guessed it. Padmakar Shivalkar and Goyal's career coincided with the spin quartet and especially Bishan Singh Bedi. So unfortunate that these two couldn't find it to the Indian team because Bishan Singh Bedi had established himself and he was until Bishan Singh Bedi, until Kapil Dev overtook him, he was India's highest wicket taker in tests with 266 wickets. That was Bishan Singh Bedi.
And
But
if
then,
I'm not wrong, Jasprit Bumrah recently overtook him as the highest wicket taker in Australia, right?
yeah, he recently, yeah, he did. Yeah, so Jasprit Bumrah is uh, in recent times. So with the number of matches that they play, definitely the records are going to be broken. But then you always remember the firsts, like you always remember Lance Gibbs
Yeah.
and Freddie Truman as among the firsts to get into the 300 test wickets. Now, 300 is like anybody could reach in today's cricket
Okay.
because of the volume of cricket that is being played. But talking about Padmakar Shivalkar, only in January, which is about 1.5 months ago, I had the good fortune of meeting him after a long, long time. And I was told that he was down with Alzheimer's and he didn't remember much or rather anything. But then when he was brought into the Wankhede Stadium for the felicitation of the Ranji Trophy players, surviving members of the first Ranji Trophy team that played at the Wankhede as soon as the stadium was ready and the construction was completed. This was in November 1974, and Wankhede is now 50 years since that. So they brought Padmakar Shivalkar along with some of the other Ranji Trophy members, Milind Rege, then you had Abdul Ismail, You had a few others from that Ranji Trophy
Reggae
team.
unfortunately also passed away quite recently.
Yeah, that's very sad. About 15 days ago, that Milind Rege also passed away. But then, that when he was brought into, you could see the joy in Padmakar Shivalkar's face. He was just pointing towards the Wankhede Stadium, the ground, and where he has taken backful of wickets over his glorious career for Mumbai and West Zone, and of course the uh, office matches that he has played. So he was a legend in Mumbai cricket. Padmakar Shivalkar, yes, like you said, I have had the fortune of meeting him. I we see Subbu, we all grew up reading about, because those days domestic cricket was not telecast on Doordarshan, or we could
Yes,
only read about their exploits
yes,
in the newspaper. So Padmakar Shivalkar, Rajendra Goyal, among the ones that we all grew up reading about. And
yes.
as I got into this sports journalism, I had the fortunate. I met him. He came to National Cricket Academy, which was set up in Bangalore. Then 2003, he came as the spins consultant of the NCA, and
Mhm.
I interviewed him for the newspaper I was working then for Deccan Herald, and
Okay.
you could see that there was no. Yeah, he was disappointed that he could not play for the country, but then he had to accept fate, and he did not have any ill feelings towards anyone. He did not have any
It's a great
regrets.
thing.
Yeah,
Mm.
which is he still lived with that till the day, till his last day. He told me in that interview for Deccan Herald, which I recently, just before coming to this show, I
Okay.
I saved all my balance. I could I got that article. So there I was reading that,
Okay.
and he said that he did whatever he could to play for India. And he's also mentioned that he did not lack in anything. And my one pointed question to him from me was, did you think you lacked in anything that kept you out of the Indian team? And
Mhm.
he said he
Mhm.
had all the
Mhm.
skills. He did whatever he could. Certainly, there was nothing lacking in skills or in talent or in whatever he gave. But then you also have something called luck, isn't it, Subbu?
Absolutely. I mean, some people are born to sort of go and play for the country. I mean, after all, only 11 can play. I mean, only so many can play, and we have had in any sport, Jiku, the kind of legends who never touch the heights that usually legends like them would touch. Whether it is football or hockey or any other team. I think when it comes to cricket and even in politics, they say that there are some people who, the prime ministers that the country never had, you know,
Okay.
category of people. So I think the same applies here, people who had the wizardry to sort of bamboozle the batsman. Unfortunately, never had the fortune, the luck lady luck smiling on them, for this one time to sort of take them to the national level. And I mean, what else you have spoken with him? Any other conversations that you remember?
No, it was generally this, because that was one chance that I could talk to him, because I was interviewing him for that newspaper. Then, as I moved into Mumbai, I would bump into him
Mhm.
during occasions,
Did he
functions.
remember you?
He did, yes. But then initially, I had to tell him we met in Bangalore, NCA. Then he could recall. Then he would talk. He would talk very well. Um, he was mainly talking. We just talk cricket, not much outside of cricket.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
yeah, so the Sports Journalists Association of Mumbai, we have this group like all the others. They have their state body. We in Mumbai have the Sports Journalists Association of Mumbai, and he is a regular to the functions that SJAM conducts. And in 2018, he was called
Okay.
as a special guest to award some of the to felicitate and to honor some of the winners, and there he was giving the award to Siddesh Lad, the Mumbai Ranji Trophy cricketer. and
Sudesh
also
Lada. Oh, okay.
Hidesh Lal, yeah, and also Jemima Rodrigues, who is now a star in Indian women's cricket.
Star.
So she
Yes,
was
yes.
upcoming player then, and he
Okay.
presented these two awards to Siddesh Lad and Jemima Rodrigues. And I also remember one where he was. It was I think 2016, soon after Mumbai won their Ranji Trophy again. They won the final against Saurashtra and Pune. Chandrakant
Okay.
Pandit was the coach.
The coach. Oh, okay.
So
Okay.
there was an evening to felicitate the Ranji Trophy winners, and it was at the CCI Cricket Club of India, which has the Brabourne Stadium. So it was an evening
Okay.
of the Ranji Trophy winning team and some of the past greats of Mumbai cricket. So there, Padmakar Shivalkar was present. He was there. Madhav Apte, if you remember, he played a few tests for
Yes.
India, the opening batsman who went and so I think he scored one test century in the West Indies in the
West Indies.
1950s or 60s. So that Madhav
Okay.
Apte, unfortunately, he is also not with us anymore. Uh, and there are a few other greats, and of course, there was Sunil Manohar Gavaskar also present in that evening.
Always.
Of course,
Yes.
yeah. So what I distinctly remember of that evening was Sunil
Okay.
Gavaskar was standing behind Padmakar Shivalkar with folded hands out of respect to a senior cricketer, respect to
Yeah.
somebody
Okay.
who has been very elder to him. Madhav Apte
Okay.
was sitting in a chair. Next to him was Padmakar Shivalkar, and behind him, with folded hands, was Sunil Gavaskar. So, and Subbu, I try to treasure these moments. I carry with me my pocket camera, and
I
now
know that that's been your college day habit. I know.
that's right. Yeah. So these are some of the moments that you always treasure. You can always go back to these saved
Okay.
photos and bring back those memories. And this, how I remember,
Agree.
was I just went back to those days, looked at those photos that I have saved, and uh, got this photo of Shivalkar and Madhav Apte with Sunil Gavaskar standing behind. So these are memories that come, and this is what it was. So Padmakar Shivalkar, he was a gem of a person. He would always remember. He would always at least he wouldn't remember the name, but he would remember the face. So
Okay.
Padmakar Shivalkar, yeah,
And
and
it is a tragedy that a cruel disease has kind of taken away that precious aspect of him as a human being.
yeah, that's the sad part, isn't it? So in that interaction in January, 1.5 months ago, he was having snacks after the felicitation, and I was also around that place. So I went and no, see, it was something like you didn't want to leave him. You always wanted to be by his
Yes.
side. So whenever the opportunity arose, I was just standing by him. Then he looked at me and said, and that was in English, and he knew very well that I wouldn't speak or understand Marathi well.
Mm.
So he said,
Okay.
"You wait here. Let me finish this. Give me 5 minutes. I'm coming, and I'm bowling to you in the nets. So be ready for to face me. Okay?"
Woo! Okay.
So you
My
never know.
goodness.
And I, for whatever cricket I have played, no, just this journalist level, and for him, he probably was not aware of who he was talking to. But
I
then
think he mistook you
he
for a player.
no, whatever. But then it was so he still knew that he was a bowler who took those pack full of wickets, who bowled Mumbai to so many Ranji Trophy title wins, and he
Wow.
knew that he was going to no he was ready to bowl to anyone, even at not just that I said that he was 48 when he last played the Ranji Trophy match, but then even after that, well into his 50s and 60s, I'm told that he would play and
Yes.
still bowl out and tease the young batsman with his variations and left arm spin. Like we have heard
My God.
stories of Erapalli Prasanna, even past his prime. Even now,
Yes.
if you give a ball to him, he would just
Would
bamboozle you,
play the
bamboozle.
magic that he played.
Yeah, magic, and those magics don't die at all. Do they, Subbu? I was told about this one story of Erapalli Prasanna, and this was
Okay.
Erapalli Prasanna was the manager of the Indian team when India toured Australia in 85, 86. You remember that the Benson and Hedges champion of champions?
Benson and Hedges, yes, but
Ravishankar
he was the manager. Okay.
he was. So And in
Okay.
that team was Mohammad Azharuddin, who was just into his early days of Test cricket. A bang
Right.
with a bang that he entered Test arena with three hundreds in his first three
Hundreds.
Test matches against
Yes.
England. So L. Sivaramakrishnan, the another talented leg spinner, he was
Yes.
also part of that. So I was told this that the story goes like this, that he would bowl in the nets on the tour, and Mohammad
Okay.
Azharuddin had no clue of what he was facing.
Woo.
And such was Prasanna that
Yeah.
he would tell this particular ball, I'm going to get you out. And that has already worked on the batsman's
My
mind.
God.
Okay. And this is to then Indian top batsman. Imagine how Prasanna
Yes.
was when he
I
was
mean, at the top of his Azruddin, at the top of his powers,
yeah,
could not
and
play a
imagine how
legend.
Prasanna, how he would have out taught the opposition when he was playing for the country. So these kind of things, they don't die. Those tricks, they don't go off you, isn't it, Subbu?
Absolutely, absolutely. It won't die. It's a kind of. I mean, I'm really amazed that even at the time when he didn't remember who's who, he remembered what was he doing. His
Exactly.
leg
Yeah.
spin. So
Yes. Yes.
that was amazing. A good piece of information that you brought us, Jiku. Definitely heartwarming, and also slightly tinged with sadness because of the
Yeah. Yes.
legend that he
And
was.
I'm somebody who, in these kind of situations, I try to control my emotions. So that is what I was
You
actually
do a
then.
good job of it, man. Yes.
No, Subbu, it is somebody who you knew well, who you admired, and somebody who you know that now he's no more. It hits you hard, no,
It
isn't it?
is. It hits the pit of your stomach, man. Absolutely devastating for someone who has interacted with him, and I mean, knowing his background. See, if you don't know who he was, then it doesn't make a difference. But y'all grew up reading about people like Rajendra Goyal, people like Shivalkar, and then suddenly when you hear that they're no longer in our presence,
Yes,
it makes us also feel a little grateful because I think they made this game a little richer, and I think they made us proud, to be the part of this country and this wonderful game.
yes. And one more thing about Shivalkar was he was a fantastic singer. You know,
Oh,
yeah,
really?
yeah.
Okay.
He was, and I've heard stories of him how he entertained the Bombay dressing room and his
Oh,
office
ah,
teammates with
okay.
those classic Hindi songs, and he was amazing. And knowing that, during my interview with him in Deccan Herald, I asked him, "Sir, can you sing a song? I just want to hear your voice." And he said, "No, I won't." That was quite too much from my side, but then I didn't shy away from
the
asking
the
to see whether he was going to
the
sing or
fan
not.
in you could not resist asking that.
No, just like that, because I also loved Hindi songs, and I'm sure I think
Absolutely.
he was a big fan of Kishore Kumar. So,
Kishore da.
and I was,
Okay.
I'm a big fan of Kishore Kumar songs. So, something like that. So now you know that now Sanjay Manjrekar also used to sing a lot, and
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, we've heard a lot about
he's
his
a
singing
big fan of
prowesses.
Kishore Kumar. So something along those
Okay.
lines. So which I thought, no, Padmakar Shivalkar was a beautiful singer. So
Oh, really?
yeah, it
Okay.
is. So, and Gavaskar in one of his books, The Idols, he has
Hmm.
featured Padmakar Shivalkar and Rajinder Goyal as one of his 100 idols in that book that came out when
Oh,
we were growing
brilliant.
up. Yeah, so
Brilliant. Now, I didn't have the opportunity to read the book, but now that you have mentioned, I'll
yeah,
probably go rummage the Kindle book, and then
yes,
I'll
yes.
probably buy one and read.
Yeah, so this is what no really feeling very sad. Yesterday, I was just looking at I was watching some this thing, and suddenly I got this message from a friend in Bangalore saying, just
Hmm.
heard that Padmakar Shivalkar is no more. Then you confirm it, go to X and see, and all those Mumbai Cricket
Yeah, a
Association
lot
has
of
put out.
Shikhar. I saw
Yes,
Shikhar Dhawan. I
yeah,
saw
yeah,
VVS Lakshman. All of them
yes, so many,
posting their tributes.
yes, yes,
Yes.
and Mumbai Cricket Association tomorrow, which is
Mhm.
5th of March.
Okay.
They had scheduled their annual day where they honor the Mumbai winners over the season. They were to
Hmm.
have their function tomorrow evening, and this morning, following Shivalkar's demise, they have cancelled that and postponed it indefinitely. The later date would be announced. So, this as a mark
That would
of
be a
respect
good
for
respect to
Shivalkar.
him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
So that is something that it's really sad that you somebody who you knew you so
Exactly.
yeah
Exactly.
so
See, I know him as a legend. I have not met him or I've not interacted with him. I've not even watched him. But you
mhm.
have been closer to him. You've interacted with him. I'm sure the loss was even more uh, telling on you. And for me, basically, it is a loss nonetheless because of who he is and what the kind of contributions he had made to the game.
Yes, yes, no, yeah. So see, I am just somebody. I'm just a small what to say, the small fish in the ocean. But imagine some of the senior journalists, some of those who have known him very well, who have
Watch
covered him,
him
watched him
grown.
play. Yeah,
Correct,
so
correct.
imagine how they would be feeling. So this is the kind of impact Shivalkar had on everyone that he came across, or everyone who came across him, isn't it?
Definitely, definitely.
Yeah.
So thank you
So
very much, Jiku, for all the memories. It's fantastic, and let's pay our tributes to Shivalkar ji, and hope that his memory lives on
yes, yes,
in,
yes,
in
yes.
in our hearts, in the
Oh
books of
yes,
history, annals of
yes,
history.
definitely yes. Yeah. So that's what you can say. Offer deepest condolences to the Shivalkar family, and yeah, may his soul rest in peace.
Yeah, Om
Thanks for
Shanti.
coming, Subbu, and listening to my. I don't know whether what do you say. If it was boring, excuse
Your
me.
memories, your absolute memories, gem of memories, and you're able to recall all of that. And I'm very privileged to have had this conversation with you, Jiku. Wonderful.
Apologies if I bored you with my memories of Shivalkar, but then it
Never a
was.
boring moment. If you're a lover of cricket, you never bore. Okay,
Okay, so on that note, see you again next time with maybe positive news and good news.
let's have more
Yeah,
positive news. Thank you
yeah,
very much, and see you around. Bye.
yeah. Take care. Bye bye. Thank you.